seconds, Ellison. Krick launches. Got it! Tie game! Kendall Krick, a career high!
Great. So, hello everyone and welcome back. This is the Echols Unlimited podcast. I'm your host, Terrence Echols, and today I have the privilege to talk to one of my very good friends, Kendall Krick. Kendall, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. And, I normally say teammate. That's like my, kind of
Right.
mess it up in my head. But no, Kendall is on the women's basketball team here at Marist College. And, she's just finished up her senior season. And so let me ask, obviously this is something you've gone through 4 years of Division I college basketball. When did you fall in love with the game?
I think I fell in love with the game at a very young age. I loved getting up extra shots. I loved playing whoever, whenever, like rec gyms, just playing pickup games. Actually, when I first came into college, it was really hard to transition. I'm from Arizona, so missed home a lot. So that's actually when I kind of started struggling a bit with basketball and my love for the game. But somewhere along the way, it just came back, and I'm glad it did.
Yeah, absolutely. College will test a lot of people, and
Right.
the fact that you've made it through all 4 years is something that not a lot of players can say. And you were able to play out 4 years healthy, which is another thing that not a lot of players can say.
Right,
So
very blessed for that.
exactly. So absolutely. So what type of youth leagues and stuff did you have growing up? What was sort of your introduction?
I think my first introduction was actually just going to my siblings' games. I have 2 older siblings, and I was always just watching them play. And then it was the YMCA. I think everyone went to that.
Yeah.
And then I think around 6th grade, I got into club basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really serious. We traveled to California for a couple tournaments. That was about it. But then, by high school, I was doing real AAU, looking for recruiting and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then so you mentioned you're from Arizona, Chandler, Arizona, right? Talk to me, what is Chandler like? What was it like growing up there?
I loved it. So Phoenix is obviously really big. Chandler's a suburb outside of Phoenix, so it's pretty low key. You have, I don't know, I lived pretty close to most of my friends, so I had a good time. I loved it. I loved it growing up.
Yeah, you see a lot of cactuses and stuff? Cacti?
Everyone always asks that. Yeah, there's definitely some, but more is when you're driving outside of town. That's when you'll see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think you told me about this recently, and I was so surprised that you've had encounters with scorpions before.
Yeah, everyone's always surprised about that. So growing up, you'll have scorpions in your backyard and stuff. So we used to get a black light and go, my dad would have a stick and he'd kill them so they don't get in the house and stuff.
Yeah. And
you look terrified.
No, exactly. I feel if I ever saw one how big are they?
They're not that. They're this big.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So
Some
they're
of them
spiders.
Yeah.
But
I think spiders are worse actually.
No. What?
Yeah.
We have spiders in New York, but
Right.
I feel scorpions are definitely way more intimidating because they not only can they bite you, but they have the stinger too.
That's true.
It's
true.
it's like double trouble. It's
It's fair.
you never want to be near a freaking scorpion. Oh god, that scares me. What about rattlesnakes and stuff?
The only time I've ever really run into any rattlesnakes was on hikes. And that was terrifying. I hate snakes, absolutely hate snakes, so yeah, that's not ideal. But.
Yeah. I mean, we saw a garter snake on a hike one time.
Yeah.
And you ran away.
Yes, I did.
It was this big. But
listen, I don't like the way they move. I don't like any of it.
I respect it. It is what it is, but absolutely. So what was who's your biggest inspiration? Who sort of pushed you to become a college athlete and stuff like that?
I would say definitely my dad. growing up, not a ton of people really thought I would make it to the college level. But my dad was always ready to rebound, always like pushing me. Even sometimes I didn't really want to work out, and he'd be like, well, do you want to like make it to the next level? And like just kind of put that back on me. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I do. So just constantly that like motivation for me. So yeah, definitely my dad.
No, that's perfect. And you know, I meant to ask this earlier. What is the age gap for you and your siblings?
So my brother is 26 and my sister is 30. So I'm 22.
You're 20.
I was like, wait, how old am I?
Yeah.
So we're all pretty close, but I mean, I don't know.
No, that's not bad. Yeah. That's okay. So like, did you ever play like any like backyard pickup games and stuff like that? Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure.
With a brother who's 4 years older than you?
Yeah. It was very competitive. I mean, like, I obviously didn't beat him that often.
Yeah.
You know, just post me up, whatever. But it was always great. You know, everyone in my family is very competitive. My dad would get in on the games and stuff too. So,
oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And he's a sniper. You can shoot. It's crazy.
Oh, that's great. Oh my God. No. And so was your dad like a former player too?
He played in high school. He never really, I mean, he went to college right after high school and like basically got a job and just started working. So
I feel that. And so, you know, what was like your AAU career about? Like what team did you play for? Did you play in any circuits? Like what was that like?
So I basically had one good year of AAU.
Yeah.
That was with my high school coach who kind of put together this team of, so it was the Worth twins who went to Gonzaga, and then Sarah who also came to Marist.
Yep.
From my same high school. And then it was a couple girls, one ended up at Iowa State, one ended up at Wake Forest. So it was basically other local girls at other high schools who were doing really well.
Yeah.
So we all got together and made this team called Arizona Fire.
Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
And then we did like the Chicago tournament, the Atlanta, Georgia tournament, like all the Nike TOCs, those basically. So it was a lot of traveling. But that's when I got most of my exposure, was that summer.
Yeah. So, you said that was going into your junior or senior?
That was going into my junior year.
Okay.
Senior year, I played with another team because those girls graduated. Sarah and I were the youngest on the team. So it was kind of like just trying to play games, not necessarily get recruited a ton more.
Yeah. Most of it is probably done during like your junior season and all that stuff.
Yeah, I decided going into my senior year that I was going to go to Marist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that was going to be another question I was going to ask. Like, so you mentioned you played with some talented girls in AAU, but like also I know that your high school team was stacked as well, right? Like you guys went to like the Dix National and all that. Like,
yeah, that was a great experience actually. So basically we played in like a Christmas tournament that had a lot of other like ranked teams, and we ended up winning a couple games, so we were then ranked. So we got invited to that invitational in New York City. And we went twice, lost the first game twice.
Hey, I mean,
so
if you go, you go.
Right. And those two teams ended up winning the chip and everything,
Okay.
So I was like, all right, fair
Exactly.
enough. But it was awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, I mean, so you got to travel all the way to New York City from Arizona. Did you expect to be traveling back to New York? Like, I mean, not New York City, but pretty close enough for college?
Yeah, that's actually when I loved that trip. I loved New York City. I still love going to the city. I think it's really cool. Would I want to live there? No. But it actually made Marist more appealing for me because I was like, I'm close, but I'm not like in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So do you think you're like a city person, or is like, what is like your ideal sort of place? Ideal
would be probably like close enough to like go for the weekend, but not have to like deal with all the other. That's it.
That's Poughkeepsie.
Exactly.
Perfect.
I don't think I'll end up here, but hey.
Yeah. Well, it is. Yeah. Exactly. No, I mean, not a lot of us want to end up here after graduation. No. I'll be honest with you.
Love it, but
yeah. Exactly. No, I get that. So what about like Coach Georges and his staff like made you want to commit to Marist?
For me, it was actually, I mean, I love the staff, but the girls on the team were awesome. I
Yeah.
remember like immediately feeling comfortable, and they were just all super like friendly, and I mean, I knew that like if I came here, like I would have a great time off the court too, which
Yeah.
I think is just as important as the on-court experience, because I mean, if you don't like half of what you're doing, that's going to be tough. So
Exactly. Yeah, no, I get that. And wait, so I'm trying to think back, like what was like the time that you committed? Like what time of year? It was in 2017, right?
Yes, so 2017, like right before senior year, I'm pretty sure. Like I think
Oh,
I
okay.
decided before I started the school year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, because like if you had committed like before that, because I didn't decide to go to Marist until like late May.
Oh, really?
So I was about to be like, oh, you probably decided before me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it was a weird experience for me. What about like, what was sort of the biggest adjustment, you know, between Arizona and New York? You know, huge time difference. You know, geographically it's not the same. Like, what are some of the biggest differences you had to deal with?
I think the biggest difference was just being so far away from my family. Like back home, like my mom and like her parents, they've lived in Arizona their whole lives. Like everyone's just really close. We like to stay close. Like my Tia Teresa lives 2 doors down. Like we don't go far.
Yeah.
So that was probably the hardest part for me. And then just some other differences. Obviously the cold.
Oh.
I can't stand it. I still can't stand it. But yeah, I mean I like it here though. It's different. It's very green. That's not something I see back home really. So.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, only the strong survive the cold, honestly.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah, and no, it's no joke here. Like, I thought I was used to it, you know, being from Syracuse, but like, really, in all
Truthfulness, yeah. Gotcha.
truthfulness, or whatever the word is, I was not expecting, like, the wind here.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
I don't know, like, I feel like on campus, too, there's, like, wind tunnels. It's terrible.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it's because of the river.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like, I didn't, because, like, Syracuse is super snowy, and obviously it's really cold because it has to be cold to snow, but, like, it's just not as windy.
Yeah.
And, like, that, like, walking and having to walk everywhere, that's another thing.
It's different here.
It's really different. It's, I don't know. So what's probably your favorite thing about living in New York now?
I think my favorite thing would be, well, like, there's kind of 2 things. I like my independence. Like I said, it was tough for a bit, but I really have enjoyed just kind of, like, getting to figure things out myself more. That's been good. And then I like the seasons a lot. Like, I don't get that back home either. So, like, having fall, seeing snow, that's cool.
Yeah.
For, like, a couple days.
Yeah. What was your first time seeing snow? Was it your freshman year?
No, actually, so everyone always is surprised, but northern Arizona does get snow.
Okay.
So, like, my family has a cabin up north, and we go skiing up there, but, so I think I was pretty young.
Okay.
But it's just not something, like, winter where I'm at is, like, 60 degrees.
Yeah. You're not used to, like, waking up every day and having to, like, dig your car out of the snow.
Exactly.
And, yeah. No, I mean, it's, like I said, only the strong survive.
Right.
So, yeah, you mentioned earlier how, you know, your teammate, Sarah Barcelo, decided to come with you to Marist. You guys both you probably decided on your own, but, like, you both ended up coming here. What is it like having, you know, someone who you're familiar with back home that's so far away come with you all the way to Marist?
It was awesome. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
We both made the decision on our own. So that kind of made it even better. Like, we both found, like, a love for this place. But it's been great, honestly. Like, just knowing that I have someone who I can always, like, trust, rely on. Like, it's been great. Awesome.
And then, so what was, like, your first impression when you came and, like, started playing college basketball? Like, what was some of the bigger things that you noticed? Like, the contrast in the game? Like, for me, it was the speed of the game.
Yep.
Like, I just was not used to, like, oh, they just scored. Okay, you just throw an outlet pass. It's like 50 feet up court and you're back into a different play.
Yeah, no, definitely. That was probably the first thing I was going to say. The speed of the game, it just is a whole nother level. So adjusting to that for sure was difficult. Also, like, we run motion offense. And so that took me, I don't think I really understood it until the end of my sophomore year.
Oh,
like,
okay.
the C's, the slips, when to cut, all of that. Like, you have, like, 5 people have to know what's going on in order for it to look good and work. So
Yeah.
that was definitely a big adjustment. And then overall team defense, like I love playing defense, but just having like a scout also, like, that's huge.
Yep.
Didn't do scout in high school, so
Really?
understanding the scout and like really following. Did you do scout in high school?
I mean, now that I think about it, not till playoffs.
I was
but like,
gonna say.
but like my team, like we were good, but we didn't have like, we weren't like Dick's Nationals good. So I figured like,
Well, our coach, I mean, she'd give us like keys, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like this player does this.
right,
this, so.
right, yeah, it wasn't as thorough. Okay, I get that, because like normally if like a team we played we knew that they played 1-3-1, coach would just like put us in a 1-3-1 for like half of practice, like none of like the offense stuff.
Okay,
You
that
know?
makes sense.
I get that. So let's go through your years, okay?
Yeah.
So like your freshman year went pretty well. I remember you guys made it all the way to the MAC championship game. How do you think the season went for you in terms of?
It was definitely a big growing season. I was used to playing a lot in high school. You come in as a college freshman, it's gonna be tough to get minutes, especially when we had a very talented roster already.
Yeah.
So definitely like an adjustment for me, and it took time, but also I grew a lot by playing with those players.
Yeah.
Like obviously Alana, Becca, Grace, like very talented players. So it was great to just watch them play and like learn from them. Obviously it was a disappointing result to the season, but overall I think it was just a good experience for me. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And you know, I've been to a majority of your guys' home games and even some away games, and haven't been to like the MAC tournament games.
Yeah,
that's what I used to go to. Yeah, so I guess you could call them away games, but it is what it is.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, so yeah, I remember, you know, watching you guys, extremely talented. Did I practice with you guys that year?
Yeah, you
I
did.
Yes. That's when I started.
With Andrew too, right?
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah. Because that's when I started to practice with you guys. Into my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And then so junior year comes, or my junior year, your sophomore year comes around, and you guys have, you know, these expectations. You know, you guys had a great team, like senior-led roster. You guys had like you and Sarah coming back. You guys had new people coming in, TK, Sam, Julie. Like, you guys were expected to do such amazing things, and then unfortunately, when the time came, COVID happened.
Yep.
So how was that dealing with?
It was tough. I mean, like for me as a sophomore, I was like so upset. I can't even imagine how my seniors felt. So it was just like I felt for them really. Like I feel very confident we would have won the championship, gone on to NCAA. So
no, yeah, me too.
It's tough, but I mean, it was still like a good season. No one could have predicted what happened. So, end of the day, you just got to move on somehow.
You're right. And then, so what was it like during like the height of the pandemic, and you made it back home, right?
Mm-hmm. So I booked the flight right away.
Yeah. No, that's smart. So what was it like over in Arizona? Because like in New York, everything was shut down.
Yeah.
Masks everywhere. Just had to do everything. You know, everything was super strict. Whereas like I don't know if Arizona was the same. How was that?
Arizona, it felt like for a while there wasn't really a pandemic. I'm not gonna lie, we were like Florida.
Must be nice. Yeah.
But it was just, I mean, like it was beautiful weather too for that time of year. So I mean, a lot of people were just going outside, and like I went on a lot of hikes, was like laying out by the pool type of thing. So I mean, it was definitely like scary. Didn't know what was going on. Obviously, as everyone else was feeling that way, but yeah, it was. We didn't have a mask mandate or anything like that for a while.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. So do you have a pool?
Mm.
Does everyone in Arizona have a pool? And like, is it just like irresponsible to not have a pool in Arizona?
It's very common to have a pool in Arizona. I wouldn't think that like everyone does, but I mean, out of the 4 houses in my cul-de-sac, 3 of them have them.
Okay. So pretty much like a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. So yeah, that's fun. And then your junior year comes around,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys have a great season. I mean, no one could watch, no, you couldn't really have many fans, but I remember a couple games we got to watch you guys from the Red Fox Club.
We'd go to the little dance room and be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, just like peek through the blinds sometimes. Sometimes the blinds were down, we'd just be like this, looking at you guys. But yeah, so I mean, you had a great season that everyone got to see through a screen. But I mean, you finally won a MAC championship. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was just really a difficult season with everything going on. But I mean, everyone was just so like dedicated. Like I don't think I've ever really been on a team like that where it was so. Well, it's my school teams like that, but like it was just like it just gelled together. You know what I'm saying? Like Allie and Willow were great captains, and
shout out to them.
I knew for me, shout out Allie and Willow, miss you guys. But just for me personally, I was like, I want to win for them so badly. You know what I'm saying? So it was just great, and finally getting to that point where we did win after all the stuff we'd been through, it was great. So
yeah, exactly. And like you guys had to go through so much, like so many different like quarantines and isolations, and it wasn't, none of it was really like you're doing either. You just had to follow rules and all that stuff. No, but that's great. I was so happy for you guys. Absolutely. And then so this year came around, and I mean, you got through it. I mean, we
made it.
Yeah, it was a rough year for you guys. What was cool to see is like you got to take on such a big role this year, like a bigger role than you played in the past. What was that like? Even though a lot of the games didn't go how you guys wanted, like what was it like just being the senior, being the sort of leader of the team?
I mean, it was definitely like big shoes to fill from Allie and Willow. And like a lot of people kind of know that we had a lot of just other turmoil going on, transfers, injuries. Midway through the season, Kiara, starting point guard, gets injured. So at a certain point, I mean, I've never like I always just try and embody my role in the court, and it's like a certain point in season, I was like, it looks like we need scoring. So I really tried to like work on my game, focus on that, and at the same time be the best captain I could be. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely difficult, mentally difficult for sure. But I mean, it was a tough season, but at the end of the day, I feel like once again, it was a really good growing experience for me. And so, what more can you ask for?
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, that was pretty much exemplified by your performance on senior night, and, I'll cut to the clip. I probably already showed it already, but what was it like hitting that shot to send it to overtime, buzzer beater, senior night, like almost the perfect scenario. You just knocked it down. What was that like?
I mean, it was crazy, to be honest. I never felt so like calm about something. Like when Georges was drawing up the play, I was like, okay, give me the ball. Like I felt like good about it. It was, I don't know. And so when I released it, I was like, that feels good. And then I just kind of kept looking. I was like, that really went in. Like, okay, word.
Yeah.
So,
I love that. Honestly, you gave the Derrick Rose after, just like, yep, I'm about that business. The coach drew it up for you. He's like, yeah, you should draw it up for me. I'm knocking it down, coach.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding though. But that was cool. That was so cool. I wish we were there to see it.
Y'all were getting back, right?
Yeah. We were on the bus on our way back. We were watching it on our phones.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it was super cool, like to watch the comeback and everything, like that you guys had that game, and then
we're down big.
Yeah, and then OT,
It's just
TK goes down, like that's rough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was just once again another injury.
Exactly. No, and that seems to be something that you guys could not escape this season, especially. But it's rough. What are some of like your interests outside of basketball?
So I definitely love being outdoors, like all the time. You know, I like going on hikes, like really Arizona's perfect for that. So, but then also just like hanging out with friends, doing that type of stuff. I enjoy reading, shopping. I'm just some typical, pretty low key person.
Yeah, I get that low key Kendall. Okay, what kind of stuff do you read?
I kind of read whatever my friends give me. Yeah, I'm big on like recommendations. So you know, like if
I got a few up there I could recommend for you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, do you have any recommendations for me? Like, what is probably your favorite book that you've read?
That's such a tough question. My favorite book?
Like, what genre do you like to read like the fantasy or like?
Growing up, I'd read that.
Yeah.
And like Harry Potter. Who didn't read Harry Potter? Oh, okay. All right, this dude. I
didn't watch the movies either.
What? Okay, so maybe not. All right, excluding Terrence, most people read Harry Potter. I would say I'm into like probably fiction, but then also I like some like books that have like a historical type of like background in it too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I read a lot of like memoirs and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, cool.
About like people I think are like influential and stuff like, but you're more into like the fiction, like that type of stuff. That's like my I get that.
Calm reading, you know, you just like
exactly like an escape.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that completely. No, that's amazing. You know, people like you are doing productive things to escape, like reading, while people like me are playing 2K.
I mean, I like 2K too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't play it like here, but back home, my brother and I used to play 2K all the time.
Oh, okay. No, now you have to tell me. Like, who is like your Oh, I already know who you're gonna say.
Well,
your
actually,
go-to team.
It wasn't the Suns because
Really?
they were so bad. They were so bad. Like now, if I picked up like 2K right now, I'd pick the Suns.
Of course.
But if I wanted to be my brother, I had to pick like someone who was stacked. Like it was like Kobe Bryant Lakers. That was my go-to.
I get that. Yeah, and you know what's unfortunate is that Devin Booker's not that good in 2K. They don't like. Nobody respects him.
Exactly. That's the problem.
They never make him as good as like he actually is. But I get that. Okay. No, that's cool. And then, so what are some of like what is your major first and foremost?
Business administration, and then I have a concentration in marketing and minor in sports comm. So
Perfect.
It's a lot, but
no, I mean it sounds like a great industry to get into. You know, what is like some of like your career aspirations? Like, do you maybe want to get into something more sports comm related, or are you thinking like marketing?
I would love to actually get into kind of combine the two. Sports marketing for like an NBA team, or even just to start out wherever I can really start working there. But yeah, that's probably like dream job, working with the Phoenix Suns.
Oh my God!
If I had to be very specific about it, that's where I want to be.
That would be amazing.
Right?
Get to see Chris Paul, Devin Booker every day. Like
Right.
that would be amazing. Honestly. Do you want to talk about your 5th year, or is that like?
Yeah. No, it's basically I have to apply still for the MBA program, but other than that, it's
you're gonna be fine.
Finalized. So
yeah,
I did decide to take my 5th year.
She's coming back. She's coming back, people.
But yeah, I'm really excited about that. Like I said, this past season wasn't one I wanted to end on really, so just gonna try and give everything I have and play one more year. No,
and I agree. I think, things happened this year that you probably couldn't foresee.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries and stuff like that. So, I know, and I have faith in the staff. They are going to put together, they're going to fill the holes that they need. They're going to, continue to work with you girls. I even saw you guys this week, like, getting workouts in.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to say that?
Yeah, no, you're
good. Okay.
You're good. Postseason is it's going.
Okay. Yeah, see, I've been retired 2 weeks and I don't even know what's good, what's okay, and what's not. Okay. No, that's great. And, I know you guys, that was, in a sense, that was kind of good for you guys to the point where now you know what it's like to sort of have those types of seasons. Like your first 3 years, you guys are just so successful.
Yeah.
And then, having to go through that, like, I think that's going to inspire, a great season. I can't wait to watch you guys next season.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it's 9:25 right now. So do you want to, pick back up? I can make a note.
3 hours later.
Fantastic. And how true to the art of podcasting we are. Because we're grinding at 11:26 p.m. This is the latest I've ever podcasted.
Okay.
So, respect to that. All right. We've talked a lot about, your basketball career and things like that. What are some of, your favorite, music artists and other things that you're interested in, like movies, all that other stuff?
Yeah, definitely. So I am a big fan of Drake. Love Drake. I really like Mary J. Blige. Beyonce, of course. My first CD was actually Destiny's Child, so I'm a big fan.
Okay.
Of her. Yep. And then growing up with my family, listening to Selena Quintanilla and Linda Ronstadt was pretty popular. So.
Are they Mexican artists?
Both of them. Well, Selena is Tex-Mex. I don't know if you've ever heard it. You ever seen the movie?
That?
It's not Tex-Mex, but Tejano music. It's the Texas Mexican music.
That's a thing?
She was
Texas
Mexican American, and so she was from Texas. Have you ever seen the movie with J-Lo plays her? You don't know her? You should. It's a really good movie. You should watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Selena.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Simple. Easy. Is she better than Selena Gomez?
A lot better than Selena Gomez.
Yeah, because I'm not a Selena Gomez fan at all.
Okay, well.
I respect that. Are you a Selena Gomez fan? I'm sorry. Did I offend you?
I don't really listen to her music, but I think she's I don't know. I actually I don't really feel passionate either way about it.
I think, it is what it is. But, no, you said Drake is he your GOAT? It's he's the best. Do you think that, or?
Yes. Not that I like other artists too. I like Gunna, I like Lil Baby. I like a lot of, not a lot, but I like a decent amount of rap. But I feel if you consider how much music Drake has made and how long he's been good for, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a great answer. So before I get into that, I've been trying to not exactly force my opinion on some people. You seem like you're well versed in hip hop. You mentioned some of the hot guys out, like Gunna, Lil Baby, all them. I'm I like the more classic hip hop, like a lot of '90s stuff, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, NWA, that the West Coast vibes. Right. Oh, you're a West Coast girl.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time. I definitely think Drake is the best of this generation in terms of just being able to put out a wide variety of music that's just high quality. What's your favorite album? Let's see. See what kind of Drake fan you are. Let's see, because some people,
That's tough. I really like a lot of them. I'd probably like probably Views.
That's a good answer.
It's more recent. I like his old stuff probably better, but the entire album, I think I'd pick that album.
I really like that answer. Okay. I respect it. No, I like, well, what's your favorite song on Views?
There's a lot of good ones on that. So,
He starts off strong.
I mean, the one I probably listen to the most is Controller. I like it. It's good.
No, it's a good vibe to it. I respect that. That's really good. I like 9.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Views has so many good songs that you forget you liked.
That's what I'm saying. I feel that's the album where I can just shuffle it and whatever comes on, I'll listen to the next song, I'll listen to it all. You know
exactly. Yeah. No, and I like listening to him straight through and the way one song leads into another. He's done that before where he'll have one song lead into another, and I think the two albums that he does that the best on are Views and then the demo tapes album that came out.
Yeah.
That I really like that one where at the end of one song he's like, I'm outside, and then the next song starts with it. I'm like, yo,
it all blends.
Yeah, that's I really like that. But no, Drake is a solid choice. And then are you just like, you said you like the Mexican, you're a big hip hop fan. Mary J. Blige, interesting.
Yeah, my Tia Teresa and my mom really like her, so I just kind of listen to them in the car. I don't know, whenever I'm with them, they put it on, so.
I see
My mom
that.
also loves 50 Cent though, so like.
No way.
Yeah, it's a lot, honestly, with her.
50 Cent? Shout out to your mom, because I'm a huge Dr. Dre fan.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yo.
She's funny. She's a funny one.
That's amazing. You know, because I try to put my parents onto hip hop, and they just like, my dad, he's not feeling it at all. Like he introduced me to like Sugar Hill Gang and Run DMC.
Okay.
You probably have heard some of their songs, like the early hip hop. And he's like, that's when it was good. And I'm like,
okay.
I just say this. I can't
argue.
Exactly. No, but wow, that's interesting. Your mom.
She's different.
What did you think about the halftime show?
I liked it. I thought they did a pretty good job. I mean, I feel like they had to go pretty quick with everyone, so like obviously I was like, I could hear a couple more songs, but it's a short segment, so. But no, I thought overall it was really good.
Yeah. I wasn't like, obviously me being the big Dre fan that I am, I wasn't huge on the Mary J. Blige, but if a Mary J. Blige fan says that she was solid, then I'm going to take your word for it and I'll respect your opinion.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course, Kendall. So, I think was it last year you and Sarah started this cooking page on Instagram?
Yeah, we did.
You know, you don't really post on it anymore, but
it's kind of fallen off.
Yeah. What are you doing? Influencers, come on.
I know, we gotta pick it up. No, I mean, it was great, especially with COVID, you had so much time, so it was something that, like, I don't know, I kind of got interested in. Like, I've always enjoyed cooking. It's been something that, like, kind of is just, like, stress relieving, honestly, when I have the time and I have, like, the ingredients and stuff, you know? It's like, back home, it's easy because my, like, mom and dad's house has everything, you know, like, all the spices. Here, I'm kind of like, okay, what can I make that's actually, like, a sufficient meal? But yeah, no, the page was fun, but it's just, like, we're busy now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we had that time last year, so.
Exactly, yeah. And then, what's, like, some of your favorite foods to eat? What's your favorite food to cook? Are they the same thing? Like, what are some of your favorite restaurants? Like.
Okay. That's tough. So, probably favorite food overall is Mexican food. For breakfast, I love chilaquiles.
What is that?
So it's basically like kind of a spicy fried tortilla type of vibe, right? As the base, and then you have like eggs over it, and then they have like salsa, avocado. It's really good.
What's the name of it again?
Chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles?
That's good pronunciation. Yep.
Oh, thank you.
And then obviously tacos, like street tacos, you can't go wrong. So. That's a good one. And then any Mexican food I like, and then that's about it.
Yeah. Is there a lot of good Mexican in Arizona?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I figured, right?
And growing up, my mom cooks good food, so it's like.
True.
I was set there.
I see that. I know. So like, what do you think are some of the good Mexican places here in Poughkeepsie? Have you been to any?
So Coach Britt actually is big on, she loves Mexican food too, so she'll always be sending me places. So, there's like a small corner shop, she told me, on Main Street. Haven't been yet, but I've heard good things from there, and then...
Wait, I think me and my roommate went there one time.
Yeah.
I didn't try anything, but he got stuff.
Yeah, apparently it's really good, and they have like horchata, like all that type of stuff, so I gotta go there still, but LS Teca has like pretty good food. Like I'm not...
Where's that?
Also on Main Street.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not like crazy about it, but if I'm really craving Mexican food, I'm like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, better than, salsa fresca or Chipotle.
Right.
Now we have Chipotle. Are you a Chipotle fan?
I do like Chipotle, actually. It's not like super authentic Mexican food, but I enjoy
Right.
it.
Exactly. Yeah. No. And yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow, to realize that a lot of like the chains here in America like aren't even close to what the authentic stuff is.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like to realize like that orange chicken and General Tso's chicken and Sesame's chicken doesn't exist in China. That like broke my heart.
Like, how do they? Yeah. Right.
Exactly. Like I took Chinese. I took Chinese for 5 years, 6 years in middle school, high school. I originally took it because I really like dumplings and sesame chicken.
Okay.
Like that was
It's just
the
not a thing.
whole reason why 12-year-old me was like, yeah, I'm gonna spend the next 6 years of my life studying this language because
Right.
yeah. But then I realized like that doesn't exist.
Tough. That's tough to
sad.
swallow.
Yeah. So you said just you're a big Mexican fan, like that type of stuff. Like
Yeah.
okay, I respect. What's your favorite chain then? Like overall,
Chain.
not even just Mexican food.
Right. Honestly, I'm gonna get heat for this, but Taco Bell, like just a chain.
Yeah.
You're talking about like fast food, right?
Yeah. Anything. Yeah.
Like for like countrywide, I would pick Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, interesting. I've had Taco Bell once. Shout out to my friend Josh. He brought me a Taco Bell taco one time. What about Taco Bell makes it your favorite?
I don't, I can't explain it because it's really not good.
Yeah.
But I just get a bean burrito when I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
My brother's a big fan of Taco Bell too.
Okay, yeah, it's really not. I don't know why, but I like it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's popular.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Okay. I respect that. You're not gonna say, do you guys have like In-N-Out and stuff? Because is that like a thing?
Oh, I thought you were talking
in
about
Arizona?
specifically like Mexican food chain.
Oh, no.
I had to pick.
I'm talking about, like,
okay,
in general,
whoa,
anything.
Then no, scratch that. Not Taco Bell.
Okay.
Okay. That's tough too. I think In-N-Out would be up there. In-N-Out is like only in Arizona and California, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good, and especially like it's not expensive or anything too. So what you get is pretty good.
Exactly. No, and being from New York, that's all you hear about is like the West Coast,
Okay.
In-N-Out. Yeah.
Have you had it?
Well, I've only been to the West Coast once.
Didn't make a trip to In-N-Out.
I was in Seattle, Washington,
Okay.
and the closest one is like somewhere in Oregon. So that's like the
It's not
thing.
worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't tell you it's that good to go all that way.
Right. Like they didn't want to, like the people whose house we were staying at, like I was like, yeah, so I want to go to a Mariners game. I want to see Pike Place. I want to go to the Needle thing.
And you go.
And
That's
then I want In-N-Out, and they're like, oh, In-N-Out's in Oregon. So,
tough.
have you gone to the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, I love it. Northern California is actually like one of my favorite places to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Carmel, Monterey. It's really pretty up there.
Is that where Apple is? Monterey?
I couldn't tell you, honestly.
Yeah.
I was somewhere in California.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've heard it like be associated with somewhere over there. That's great.
Mm-hmm. What?
You see this?
Oh my god, you got hacked.
Yeah. Jeez.
Guys, people take intramural basketball very seriously.
Yeah, for real. No. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Interesting.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, shout out to our intramural team. We're struggling right now, but
Yeah,
we're on the
no.
way up.
We'll get
Check
it
your
done.
arms. See if you got hacked.
I mean, I don't think I did. I just got out rebounded, It was just very big.
Yeah. No.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up our game. Gotta get better.
Backcourt babes. Look out.
Gotta get back in the lab. Oh, very good. Okay. So, here's some good sort of all-time questions.
Okay.
So, like, overall, over your past, how long have you been playing basketball?
Like officially? Like on a team?
Like, organized, like rec leagues, like...
Probably since like first grade.
Oh, okay.
Pretty young,
So,
I think.
what are you, like 6 in first grade or 5?
Like 5 or 6, yeah.
So that's like over your 16 years, who's the best teammate you've had and who's the best coach you've had?
That's tough.
Not like best like in terms of like how many wins and stuff or how many points the teammate scored, but like Who have you had the best connection on the court with, and which coach did you connect with the most?
Okay. I think as a whole, my coaching staff in high school, I connected with the most. Like the head coach, Karen Self, she was great. And then also Tiffany Tate, she passed away, but she was just someone who really helped me believe that I could make it to the next level. Like I said, I didn't really get a ton of looks. Like, it wasn't something that I was, like, even super confident myself at, for a time. So she, she, like, pushed me to work, extra workouts all the time. And with what she was going through, like, it just meant the world. And so, I mean, she's someone who, when I step on the court, like, I'm playing for her. So,
No, that's great.
Definitely her, yeah.
Awesome. So, who's your teammate?
Best teammate, that's awesome. I've been blessed with really good teammates, so just picking one.
You could pick a couple if need be.
Okay, that's helpful. I mean Sarah Barcelo. We've been playing ball together for forever, so she's got to be up there. Another person who we were always wanting to go work out together, always getting extra shots up together, so that was great. And then I'd have to go with the Worth twins because on the basketball court, I mean, like, I could really just throw it up to them and, 6'2", 6'3", they're going to go get it, so that was helpful.
Oh, yeah.
And then from here, Rebecca Hand was a great teammate as well. She was someone who just understood the game so well, so, like, watching her helped me. Like, guarding her in practice, she was, like, the best player on her team, right? And
yeah.
Like, she would just be toasting me, honestly. But it was helpful because
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this is how she's successful in motion. This is what she's doing. So, definitely her. And then, I'm giving you, like, a whole team. I'm sorry.
Hey,
you told me one person.
It's fine with me. You can give me a whole starting five.
And
don't mind
then,
it.
I'm going to go Allie Best and Willow Duffel.
Yes.
Because I feel like they just never got a ton of credit.
They did.
Until finally their senior year, they were recognized for just how talented they were. And, I mean, hey, we won with them as our captain.
True leaders,
so
yeah. Shout out to both of them.
Shout out to both of them.
Couple goats. No, that's great. That's a very solid list.
It's a big list.
I mean, yeah, you gave me like a top 6, but I mean, honestly, you could throw the 6 girls you just named out there, and you're probably gonna go
Exactly.
go as far as you want, honestly. But no, I like that. That's great. That's the beautiful thing about basketball is like we could make these connections, get to know people, like, and the thing is like we have AAU, we have high school, we have this, we have that. You mentioned the fact that you struggled like with confidence and like you didn't know if you were gonna make it to this level. What is like some of the advice that you've received and that you could give to like maybe a girl who maybe feels the same way, who like maybe goes under recruited or something like that?
That's a good question. I would say honestly, like, you just gotta put in the work and kind of block out what other people are saying. Like, at the end of the day, like, if you put in the work, there's a chance, you're giving yourself a chance. So as long as you keep working, and if you like actually really, really want it, then you have a chance at least. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, and that's great. As someone who probably can attest to that as well. Like, it's really all about the work, and you just have to dedicate yourself to that.
Exactly.
And it's so important. Okay, so now we can talk about your Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
Who?
There we go.
Who just now tied or broke the record for most wins in a season?
Pretty sure they tied.
Okay, so
it's like coming soon.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're confident.
Of course.
Okay. No, I feel that. So, what do you think? Like, what do you think the ceiling is for that team? Like, how was it watching them go into the finals last year? Like, what is sort of your feelings about how things are going so far?
Right now I'm feeling pretty confident because this entire season they actually haven't had their full roster. Like, it's been rare where they've had their full roster healthy. And they have the best record in the league. And I feel like there's a lot of potential for them to even be playing like better basketball going into the playoffs. And now, they have that learning experience. That was Devin Booker's first playoff experience. And he still put up great numbers.
Yeah.
Took them all the way to the finals. Giannis, That's fine.
Giannis,
Giannis
yeah,
is
my
gonna
guy.
be honest, okay?
He's
But
amazing.
I just feel like now that team has a lot more experience and, you know, they know what it feels like to lose. So
Yeah.
that's even more motivation. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling comfortable.
Great. You know, and I want you to feel that confidence. Like, I hope the Suns go as far as the NBA Finals.
So,
What?
are you gonna bring up the 76ers?
No, I
What are you
wasn't
saying?
gonna
No.
say anything about the best team in the NBA. I wasn't gonna say.
They aren't the best team. Also, of course, they are. I'm telling you, I can't wait for them. Who won the other night, by the way?
Oh yeah, no, we did have this
Right.
conversation.
Right.
You're right. But I mean, you're sitting right under the
Yeah, I'm not happy about
poster.
it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, see, you're just now noticing that, which is amazing. I did that on purpose, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah. No, but that's great. And then sort of, how long have you, like, what's your history as like a Suns fan? Like, I know like things always haven't been great. Like, probably when you were a little kid, they were pretty good. Like Steve Nash, Marist, those days. Like, aside from Devin Booker, who I know is probably your favorite player. Like, who are some of your other favorite Suns over the past 15 years, 16 years?
Yeah, no, definitely. I loved Steve Nash. Absolutely loved him. I had the jersey. Like, I would like put it on for each game. Like, loved Steve Nash. But I mean, who didn't? Like, his passes, come on.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was pretty bad for a while there. I still watch the games like a decent amount, but we'd just be getting like 20 piece each time, so it's tough. And then even when Devin got there, like, we were still bad, so. But no, it's good to finally see like us having a great season, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing about Arizona?
That's tough. There's a lot of things. I really do love that state. I think off the top of my head, I'm thinking the sun. I love being in the sun.
Okay.
So it's tough here sometimes.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of it.
Yeah.
But that's
like,
the main thing, yeah.
Do you guys have like beaches? Do you go tanning and all that stuff? Or you just like being warm all the time?
I just like being warm. Like, I can't stand how here I have, like, in order to go outside, I have to put on like 2 layers. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it takes time out of my day just to go outside.
Right.
But
constantly checking the temperature.
right.
You know.
Is it gonna rain? Is it gonna snow all of a sudden? It's too much. But yeah, definitely like just the warm weather, and then having my family close by. Obviously.
Right.
That's great.
No, that's good. And you know, you're a big family girl. I can tell. Like, talk about like some of the importance that, you know, family has in your life.
Definitely. Well, I don't know what I do without them. Like, I know that's like a kind of a cliche thing to say, but I really don't. Like, I talk to my sister every day. I try and talk to my brother every... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
It's funny. We'll like send each other stuff on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah,
He's really great too, but...
You send reels?
Yeah, no. Not reels.
You don't send reels?
I send him a TikTok, okay?
Oh, okay.
I know you got beef with that, but... yeah, no, like, growing up with them was great. Like, I just knew they always had my back, even though they pick on me and stuff. But no, family means everything.
Yeah. What is it like being the youngest?
I like it. I honestly do.
Do you think you're the favorite?
Listen, my siblings would say yes, but I think Caleb is the favorite because he's the only boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
And is he the oldest or
He's
middle?
in the middle. He's in the middle.
Oh, really? Not too often do you hear a middle child being the favorite. Interesting. No, very, 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 very nice. You know, we talked about a lot. We're able to, you know, discuss sort of your basketball career, some of the things you do off the court. What's like one thing that you want people to know? And, you know, we'll end the podcast with this. Like, what's one thing you want people to know about, you know, who Kendall Krick is?
Oh, that's a good question, too. I feel like I've said that to each question. I mean, I feel like the one thing you definitely should know about me is that I'm a hard worker. Like, no matter what it is, if I care about it, I'm going to give my best effort. Relationships, sports, like work, school, all of it. Like, if I genuinely care about it, I'm going to give my best effort, so.
Very good.
That's about it, yeah.
Very good. No, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast, Kendall. You know, you kind of called me out a couple months ago.
I wasn't trying to call you out. I was just curious where like the female athletes were. I wasn't even saying me. Like, you know.
I get that, you know, and in doing that, you know, it stayed in my mind. You know, I had to get you on. You know, you've been great episode. You know, even leaving, coming back in the middle. We had a wardrobe change too. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else noticed that. But no, it's been great having you on. Best of luck in your 5th year. You know, everyone check her out. What's your social media handles?
I should know this. I think my Instagram is Kendall Krick _33.
All right, everybody.
I could be wrong.
Yep, go follow that and send her some reels, everyone, please. Funny Instagram reels, everyone. And then, anything else that you want to promote?
Not really. Promote this guy. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Come to Marist Women's Basketball Games next year. Please support her. All that good stuff. And thank you so much for watching. And peace.
That's how it's done, huh?
Yeah. Now you're going to have people sending you freaking reels.
Oh my God.
You're going to love them.